close the eyes here. So think of turning that pubic bone down towards the ground as we feel that gentle lift through the spine. And imagine that someone's pulling a string lightly from the top of the head, so that we feel that grounded earthed energy and a gentle lift at the same time through the spine. So close the eyes now and just draw your attention towards your sitting bones, wherever your body makes contact with the ground. Just draw your attention to that area now. And maybe imagine those roots going down, down, down towards the core of the earth. Imagine these roots wrapping around this rock in the core of the earth, and as you breathe in, drawing in grounded earthed energy from the earth's core. Imagine that energy moving through the body, down the legs, down the arms, through the spine. Feel a sense of gentle grounding and gentle energizing going on in the body now. And just from the top of the head, taking a brief body scan. So noticing how the body's feeling today with a compassionate awareness. You're perfect just as you are, however you've come to this space today. We're just going to notice part by part, like a wave moving down through the body, not holding your attention too much on anywhere in particular. Scanning down. Noticing areas of tightness maybe, noticing areas of relaxation. You might not notice anything. Just see what you come upon now. And then we'll draw our attention to our breath. So with the same intention, not changing anything. Your breath is perfect just as it is, but just notice now. How is the breath today? Is it fast or slow? Is it smooth or jagged? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Just noticing. If you wish to, taking right hand to your belly and left hand to your heart. We're going to tilt the head ever so slightly to the left now, and we're going to begin to notice thoughts of the mind. So any stories, any problems, any concerns that are going round in the head, just allow them now to pour down into your heart space. So imagining that we're pouring the thoughts down, and our heart is now purifying these thoughts. So you can let them all go. Let them pour out of your ear and into your heart. And know that your heart is holding this space now for you. Is holding any of these problems or concerns or unresolved issues, whatever's going on. Just let them go. And I'd like you now to imagine that you're planting a positive seed of intention. So this might be in the form of a word like peace, love, or healing. It might be a colour, it might be a thought, whatever it is, just planting it now, like you're planting a seed. Imagine you're popping a seed down into your heart space. And that seed's going to make its way down into your heart, purifying all those thoughts and concerns and taking root in the heart soil throughout our practice. head back to center when you're ready. Just noticing, keeping the hands where they are. And we're going to take a few visualizations of breath. So imagining you're breathing through an ocean of air around you. Breathe it in down an imaginary waterfall in your throat towards a lake in your belly. So as you breathe in, feel that belly rise. And as you breathe out, noticing the breath from the lake in your belly, waterfall in your throat, back out to your ocean of air. It's abdominal breaths now. A gentle expansion of breath. Imagine like water filling the lungs, filling the belly. It's wonderful new energy. And as you breathe out, releasing out through to your ocean of air, letting go. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, bringing the palms of the hands to the heart center. We're going to rub the palms now, making them nice and warm, and place them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. Just allow the hands to melt down away from the face. Opening your eyes in your own time. Lovely. If you have your legs crossed, you can change the cross of the legs. We're going to interlock the fingers now, turning the palms away. Taking the arms up and then rotating the shoulders down. It's a slight bend in the elbows if you need to. Just breathing there. Smiling to yourself as you feel that wonderful length through the spine. And then we're just going to begin to rotate the wrists, moving them out to the sides. And then we'll do the same again. So interlock your fingers, do whatever you do naturally, then swap them over. Try not to think about it. Turn the palms away, arms up, and then again shoulders down. So slight bend in the elbows if you need to. Feel that length through the spine, feel that grounded energy through your base. Softening those shoulders. So much stress in our shoulders, so just drop them a little further if you can. And then this time we're just going to shake out with the hands, awakening the prana within the body, shaking out to the sides, smiling to yourself to embrace the day. And then slowly move the hands down, feeling the zing. Lovely. So we're just going to slide the right hand away from the body, so keeping the right hand in line with the right hip. Sliding it away, slight bend in that elbow, taking the top arm up and over, so you don't have to go too far. Just breathing there, feel that gentle stretch, lateral stretch through the left side of the body. Breathing in to come up, breathing out, same on the other side, so just lengthening, drawing the left hand away, and feeling that stretch there. Moving in time with the breath, breathing in to come up, breathing out to come over. Be mindful if you're tight in your sides, try not to go too far. Take it gently, breathing in to come up, breathing out to come over. Breathing in to come up. This time we're just going to sweep the top hand all the way round towards the front, so it's like you're drawing a semicircle upon the ground in front of you. Then come over to the other side. Breathing in this time, taking that right hand semicircle all the way around. Just allow the spine, and we can follow the other arm if that feels good for you. Breathing in to come up, sweeping the hand back. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to come back. Resting the hands upon the knees when you're ready, opening the heart space to come forward. As you breathe out, rounding the spine, chin towards the chest. Breathing in to come forward. Rounding through the spine as you breathe out. Feel that wonderful stretch through the spine now. Lovely, one more time. Breathing in to come forward, breathing out to round through the spine. Wonderful. When you're ready, we're just going to release the block away. We're going to make our way down towards the mats now, so lengthening through the whole body and spine, lengthening through the arms, draping the arms overhead, pointing the toes, and have a good old stretch here. So feel that wonderful lengthening through the whole body, wriggling your fingers and toes maybe, rotating wrists and ankles, one direction then the other. We're going to lengthen and stretch, and like a piece of elastic, as you breathe out, we're just going to let everything flop down as you breathe out. So lengthen and stretch the whole body. So breathe in and let go as you breathe out, keeping your arms overhead. Lengthen and stretch through the whole body. Breathing out to let go. And one more time, lengthen and stretch. And breathe out to let go. Wonderful, guys. We're going to banana the body over to one side now. So shuffling the feet over to the left corner of the mat and shuffling the upper body over to the left as well. So we're bananaing the body on the right side. So you're feeling that length and stretch through the right side of the body. Keeping that right hip down. Breathing there. Deep, smooth inhalation and deep exhalation. Let it go completely. Any tension through the right side of the body. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, we'll make our way over to the other side. So shuffling the feet over to the right, upper body as well. So we're feeling that lateral stretch through the left side. Breathing there. Feel that gentle lengthening through the left side of the body as you breathe in. Nice deep breath in. Breathe it out. Let it go completely. A nice sigh out through the mouth sometimes really helps. The out breath being our antidote to pain and stress. So really allow your out breath just to help you let go a little deeper. And then we're going to come back to center when you're ready. So taking that wonderful lengthening and stretching, we're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out now, we're going to flex the feet and begin to slowly draw our arms down towards our sides in time with the breath. So breathing in, pointing the toes, arms come overhead at the same time. Waiting for that rhythm of breath. As you're ready to breathe out, begin to move once more. So we're really moving mindfully with the breath now. Try not to rush the movement. Try not to rush the breath to meet the movement. Listen to the breath and allow the breath to lead. If there's a pause between the breaths, just keep nice and still and wait for that next breath to arrive. Move in your own time, with your own rhythm of breath. There's no right or wrong here. Just indulge in a bit of you time. There's nowhere else you need to be. Nothing else you need to do. Really honouring this time for you and your body and your breath today. By honouring the breath, we're able to step back in the present moment. It really brings us back to the present moment awareness. Being in the now, not thinking of the future or the past. You can only think of the now when we're moving mindfully. Bring it back to the breath whenever the mind wanders. Wonderful, guys. Breathing in to stretch and lengthen. As you breathe out now, we're going to bend the knees, drawing the feet down towards the ground. Lift the bottom up away from the ground. And as you breathe out, we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest, making yourselves into a little ball. Closing the eyes and just breathing there. Wonderful, guys. Taking the hands upon the knees. Just begin to rock from side to side. Easing out through the lower back and spine. Gently massaging out the sacral area. Easing out any aching here, any stiffness in the lower back. And then taking the hands to the knees, we're going to draw circles with the knees now. So keeping the knees together. Drawing circles, both knees one direction then the other. And then keeping the toes together now, we're going to draw the knees in opposite directions. So moving again in time with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out as you widen the knees. Wonderful, guys. Moving in the opposite direction when you're ready. Lovely. Then bringing the feet down towards the ground. Placing the palms of the hands down now. Drawing our attention towards our core strength, our core energy. So keeping your knees in line with your hips. Palms facing down. We're going to breathe in, feeling and observing that natural arch in the spine. As you breathe out now, we're going to begin to engage the lower abdominal muscles, the pelvic floor muscles, pressing the spine down in towards the ground beneath you. See if you can relax your shoulders here. Your shoulders tend to want to get involved, but we're going to keep them nice and soft. So breathing in, feel that natural arch in the spine. Breathing out, beginning to engage, pressing down into the earth beneath you, engaging this pelvic floor area, lower tummy area, the area of our bandhas, our lower energy locks, where the muscles meet. So by doing this, we're drawing energy in towards the body so that as we breathe out, we're not losing this energy, this fire. We're drawing it in towards our solar plexus area. So you might want to imagine like a sunshine or fire burning in the solar plexus area now. It's like you're stoking a fire, creating an internal warmth and energy. It's the same energy that we use to digest our food as well. So just igniting this area now. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, taking the hands behind the head, we're going to interlock the fingers, take the elbows wide, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out now, drawing the chin in towards the chest and gently raise just the shoulders from the ground, elbows wide. Keep that energy lock going on there, so keep engaged pelvic floor and lower tummy muscles. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to lower once again. Breathing in mindfully, breathing out to engage and lift. So just feel quite relaxed here. Shouldn't be too much stress. Just keep that intention within the body. And then breathing out to lower. So moving in this way in your own time with your own breath. Breathing in to prepare. Breathing out to lift and engage. couple more times in your own time with your own breath. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Taking a gentle rock from side to side. Wonderful, guys. Placing the feet back down, and we're just going to cradle the head within the hands. And this time we're going to draw the feet away from the ground into like a tabletop position. Imagine that you're sat in a chair and that your back is down onto the ground and it's just your knees that are bent. And we're just going to begin to toe tap now. So alternate the toes up and down. So keeping that area engaged to support the spine. We're just tapping one toe, then the other, moving in rhythm with your breath. This helps to ignite again the core area of the body. Wonderful, guys. If you wish to, opposite elbow now comes towards the opposite knee. So as the knee comes back to center, draw the opposite elbow towards that knee. Moving again mindfully in time with the breath. If this isn't doing enough for you, then good for you. It is for me. But if you want to, you can toe tap a little further away, so the toes can come a bit further away from the body. But that's up to you. Wonderful, guys. You're doing really, really well. When you're ready, draw the knees in towards the chest. Oh, release that lactic acid from the tummy muscles. Breathe it out, let it go. Any tension that's been created. Breathe it out, sighing through the mouth is fine. And then we're going to just rock the knees from side to side once again. So when you're ready, taking the weight of the body over to the right side. So resting on our right sides now. Cradling the head in the hand if that feels good for you, or releasing down and just placing that left hand in front of you. We're going to stack one foot on top of the other as we begin to take our leg raises now. So just raising that top leg, moving into our gluteal area now. IT area, the area of our IT band. If it feels too much, just keep that bottom knee bent and keep the leg down. We're going to circle that top foot now. So moving in rhythm with your breath. One direction, then the other. And then hovering the foot there, kicking up and back, turning on a positive light switch for the day. Lovely, lowering down, ankles together, knees together, bend those knees, giving that top hip a rub and a tap. Now keeping the heels together, we're going to come into our clam posture, so just raising that top knee up and back down. Again in time with the breath. Wonderful, guys. Releasing that top knee, rub and tap once again. And when you're ready, we'll do the same on the other side. So flexing those feet, stacking one heel on top of the other. Front hand just to support you, and again, leg raises on this side now. If you did so on the other side, bending that lower knee to support you. Keep breathing, making circles with that top ankle now. Moving in one direction then the other. hovering that foot once again, just kicking up and back, turning on that positive light switch for the day. And then lowering, heels together, bending the knees, giving that top hip a rub and a tap once again. Easing out any tension created here around that hip joint. And then heels together, coming into our clam posture. Raising the top knee up and back down in time with the breath. Wonderful, guys. Couple more times. Lowering that knee down again, rub and a tap. And when you're ready, we're going to roll onto our tummies into Sphinx posture. Elbows roughly in line with the shoulders, or a little further forward, spreading the palms. Feet hip distance apart. Just take the weight into the forearms now so that you're able, so rather than collapsing into the shoulders like I'm doing now, with the shoulders in towards the ears, we're going to push through the forearms so that our neck feels nice and long. Just allow the head to be soft so you're looking down a few feet in front of you, or with the eyes closed is fine. So just drawing your attention now towards that lower back area. The area of the lower back and spine, our sacral region of the pelvis, the area of the adrenals, kidneys, liver, this area where we're able to detoxify the body. So again, just honouring this space, honouring this area that does so much hard work for us on a day-to-day basis, takes on stress. So just breathe it out now, let it go. Any aches or niggles here. If there's a twinging, sharp pain, then drawing the elbows further away from the body and come out of the posture. But if it's that dull ache, which is so common with so many of us in this modern world, and just breathe it out now. Let it go. So we're going to begin to lower down, and we're going to come into our Cobra Waves now to move gently through the spine. So imagining we're on our paddleboard or our surfboard, we're going to take the hands out in front of us, pads of the fingers, drawing the elbows down and drawing the chin down. Pads of the fingers, we're going to slowly take the weight into the pads of the fingers and begin to draw the upper body away from the ground, and then lowering down. So you might want to imagine that you're in the ocean and you're going out towards the surf, and you can see a few small waves. So as you do, you're coming up and over the small waves, and you're lowering down as you breathe out. Excuse me. Breathing, releasing. Cobra waves coming up and down like a rippling effect of the spine. Wonderful, guys. Taking the hands a little wider and a little closer in towards the body, bending those elbows. Chin down. We're going to come up a little further. So imagine the waves are getting a little bigger. Lowering down. Breathing to come up, rippling through the spine, softening to come down. You might find your feet come away from the ground as well. If so, just enjoy it. If not, don't worry. Wonderful. And then when and if you're ready, you can take the hands right in towards the breastbone. You can watch me to begin with if you want to. We're going to tuck the elbows right in towards the body and hands right back in towards the breastbone. We're going to bring the feet together, and we're going to push the weight now into the hands, and we're going to lift up as though we're coming up towards a big wave now, and we need to come up and over the wave. So I'd like to think of bringing the legs together, ignite that internal fire, push through the hands and come up and over that wave. So you might find that the hips come away from the ground, they might not. Shoulders away from the ears, bend those elbows. If it's too much, come back down. If not, just breathing there. And then draw the knees down. Take the weight now back in towards the hips as we come into a child's pose. That could be knees together or knees wide. Drop the elbows down, drop the forehead, and release completely. If you're really tight in the shoulders, you can always make a triangle with the hands. Thumbs together, first fingers, elbows wide, and lower the forehead. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, coming back onto all fours. So wrists roughly in line with your shoulders or a little further forward, knees roughly in line with your hips. If there's any problems with the knees, taking a rolled up blanket here or cushion. Any issues with the wrists, you can make fists with the wrists or come down onto the forearms. Lovely. So when you're ready, rotate the shoulders away from the ears. A few cat-cows here. So we're going to open the heart space, breathing in, stick the bottom out and the elbow slightly. And as you breathe out, rounding, curling through the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Breathing in, opening the heart space. Breathing out, curling through the spine. Take on the ocean breath if you wish to here, the Ujjayi breath. Breathing in as you breathe out, imagining gills through the side of the neck. Breathe out through the imaginary gills, making that sound of the ocean through the throat. And then we're going to begin to rotate the hips in a clockwise position. So swirling those hips round. You might want to take the hips all the way back towards the heels. You might want to take the weight all the way forward. A bit of an up dog, or you might want to keep the movements a little bit smaller. So just do what feels good for you. Closing the eyes to internalize the movement. There's no right or wrong. Keep it smaller if you wish to. Whatever feels good for the back, whatever feels good for the body today. Just listening and honouring. And then we'll move in the opposite direction, making circles in an anti-clockwise position now. So whatever you did on the other side, you can make it big to begin with and keep it smaller as you continue. Or just keep it nice and small and focused. Just listen to the body, see what it wants to do. When you're ready, we're going to tuck the toes under now and come into a downward dog. So kicking up, lifting up through the hips, moving the weight from side to side. Come right up onto the balls of the feet and then begin to draw the heels down, dropping the head, slight bend in the elbows. And just breathe there. Wonderful posture to release thoughts in the mind, so just let them all go. Any concerns or worries, let the earth take your problems now. Bury them deep, let them be purified by the earth. Bending one knee then the other if you wish to. And we're going to slowly begin to walk the feet towards the hands, feet hip distance apart. Bend those knees, opposite elbows, grab hold of opposite elbows and just drop the head down. Breathing there. Wonderful, guys. Releasing the hands. We're going to slowly peel up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Very mindfully moving carefully through the spine. all the way up to standing as you rotate the shoulders away from the ears, palms to face the front, open through the heart space. Just close the eyes here, reconnecting through the feet now, through those imaginary roots going down. Reconnecting with the earth's core as you breathe. Saying to yourself, I am grounded. I am grounded. And then opening your eyes when you're ready. Just gently taking the weight over towards the toes, over to one side, over towards the heels, to the other side, and then finding your center, wherever that may be. And if you wish to, you might want to grab a glass of water. Feel free to now. So when you're ready, we'll come into a few sun salutations. So standing towards the front of your mat, bringing the hands towards the lower back, fingertips facing up, heels back, and then begin to turn the hips forward as you breathe there. Gentle back bend, lengthening, opening the heart space. And then we're going to fold forward, stroking through the back of the leg, all the way down towards the ground. Bringing the hands towards the shins, nice flat back. And as you breathe out, lowering once again. We're going to step back with the right foot, followed by the left into your plank. If that feels too much, drawing the knees down is fine. But using that core strength that we've created throughout this practice, using it to help you feel steady and strong. Breathing there. Saying to yourself, I am steady, I am strong. Lowering the knees down when you're ready. Well done, guys. Tucking the elbows in, drawing the chin down, and then coming up, maybe into low cobra, maybe into an up dog or sphinx. And then coming back onto all fours, tucking the toes under, back into your downward dog. Taking 3 nourishing breaths here. Deep breath in, deep releasing breath out. Bending one knee then the other. And then you can walk, step or jump the feet back towards the hands. And slowly peel up through the spine, taking the arms wide. Reverse swan dive maybe. And bringing the hands back to your center. So we'll do the same again whenever you're ready. Taking that mini back bend, so maybe interlocking the fingers. Turning that first finger up. Taking the arms in line with the ears this time, with the hips coming forward. Breathing in as you breathe out, melting down from the heart, from the hips, all the way down. Breathing in, hands to shins, nice flat back. Breathing out, lower the hands down, stepping left foot then right this time into your plank. So we're going to hold it here for a little bit longer this time. Breathing there. If you need to, you can lower the knees down, but really think of that core area. Saying to yourself, I am strong, I am steady. Couple more breaths. Well done, guys. When you're ready, lowering those knees, tucking the elbows in, coming up into your up dog or sphinx. And then this time we're going to take the weight back to the heels. So knees wide maybe, or knees together is fine. Taking the hands in front of you or bringing the hands back towards the feet. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, slowly coming up onto the heels. We're going to tuck the toes under, keeping the knees together, and just sit on the heels for a few moments. This is a really good posture to awaken the ankles. Helps us to get rid of busy minds as well. Just breathing there. Don't stay here for too long, don't worry. And then when you're ready, releasing the legs out in front of you, giving the legs a little shake and a shimmer. Keeping the feet a little bit wider now, we're just going to rotate the ankles. And we're going to come into an open stretch now, a bit of a back bend. So bringing the feet in towards you, we're going to come into reverse tabletop position. So turning the palms in towards you, or yeah, let's think about that. Fingertips in towards you, that's better. Bending the elbows, bringing the feet hip distance apart or a little further. You can keep the feet a little further away from the body to give you a bit of space, and the hands as well, as we're going to take the weight into the hands and we're going to lift the hips up as though we're coming into a table posture with the body. Dropping the head back, or keep the chin in towards the chest. Be mindful of the neck here. Just breathing there, opening up the heart space. And then when you're ready to, you can lower the hips, just leave the head where it is and allow the head to be the last thing to move. Wonderful, guys. So we can do that one again, or you can take the legs out nice and straight, and we'll do the same thing. So we're going to lift up through the hips, look towards the toes this time. So looking towards the toes for as long as you can, as you lift the hips up, then you can drop the head back or keep the head where it is. And then we're going to lower down, hips all the way down. Wonderful, guys. Keeping the feet as wide as the mat now, we're going to swish the knees from side to side. Easing out through the hips, through the lower back and spine. We've done a lot of work through your core today. So just releasing that energy now. And then as the knees come over to the right, we're going to keep that right hand down, but we're going to release the left hand and we're going to sweep it up and over the ear. Taking a wonderful stretch here. And then lowering that hand down, sweeping the knees over to the other side. And then release that right hand up and over the opposite ear. Lovely, guys. Moving in this way in your own time with your own breath for that wonderful stretch. It's really good to stabilize the hip and pelvic area. This is called the seat stabilizing posture. So any lower back issues, any menstrual issues, anything like that really helps in this area. So breathing there, moving, swishing side to side, opening, smiling to yourself. Wonderful. Coming back to center. So we're going to come to a celebration posture now, which is combining the two that we've just done. So bringing the right foot in towards the left leg. Left leg's nice and straight, right leg is bent. You can watch me to begin with if you wish to. We're going to point the toes of the left foot and we're going to take the heel of the right hand behind us. We're going to imagine that we're dipping our left hand into a pot of positive golden paint now. We're going to dip it in, and as you breathe in, we're going to sweep that hand all the way up and over the ear. So that right knee is going to come down to support you, and the top arm's going to come up and over into your celebration posture. Wonderful, guys. Lowering that top hip all the way down, allowing the hand to come back. We're going to do that same movement again. So imagine you're dipping that hand into that positive golden paint as you breathe in, coming up and over, reach and lengthening into your celebration posture. Wonderful, guys. You deserve this. You've had a great practice today. You've worked really hard. So when you're ready, lowering that hip down. Lovely. So we'll do the swishing of the knees from side to side once again. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So bending that left knee, lengthening the right leg this time. Taking the heel of the left hand behind you, dipping that right hand into that golden positive paint. We're pointing the toes of the right foot now and we're swooshing that arm up and over the ear, lengthening and stretching. Breathing there. And when you're ready, lowering that hip down, lowering the arm. Wonderful. We'll do that one again. So dip your hand into that positive golden paint, breathing, drawing that circle all around you. Positive energy surrounding you now as you breathe. Embracing the day with positivity and light. When you're ready, lowering the hips down, lowering the arms. Well done. So slowly beginning to move and warm down now. So swish the knees again from side to side. You can watch me to begin with, but we're going to lower the body down. We're going to take the hands or the arms into a cactus position, and we're just going to drop the knees from one side to the other, swishing those knees as we did before. And then when you're ready, take the knees over to the left, and you can turn the head over to the right if you wish to. Just breathing there. If it feels too much, bring the head back to center or bring the arms down towards your sides if you've got tight shoulders. Allow the breath to be soft and smooth now. I let go with every exhalation. Maybe just repeating that in your mind's eye. I let go. When you're ready, drawing the knees back to center. Breathing in as you breathe out, drawing the knees over to the other side. Again, facing your head in the opposite direction, breathing there. Breathing in as you breathe out, I let go, softening through the hips and lower back. Wonderful, guys. Slowly draw the knees back to center. Bringing the soles of the feet together now. Knees wide and the arms down towards your sides, a little closer in towards your body. Or resting on the belly is fine. Bring the feet a little further away from you so that it's a little less intense for the lower back. And just breathe there. We'll take a few golden thread breaths here. Breathing in through the nose. As you breathe out, taking a tiny parting between the lips and allow the breath to pour like a golden thread of breath. Through the nose, very gentle exhalation, allowing the breath to pour very gently from the lips like a golden thread of easeful breath, smooth and steady, like a golden thread. wonderful. When you're ready, bringing the hands gently towards the thighs. We're going to slowly bring the knees towards one another, then release the legs out in Shavasana for final relaxation. Palms facing up, maybe gently resting on your sides. Back of the neck and head soft. Shoulders relaxed. Just make yourself completely comfortable for the next few minutes. Closing the eyes. And relax and release. Drop the jaw. Drop the shoulders. Let go completely. Imagine a wave of relaxation going from the top of the head down towards the toes. As you take your next breath, imagine that wave going from the toes all the way back to the top of the head. Imagine every part of the body surrendering completely now to the earth beneath you. And imagine that root once more from the tailbone, this time going down, deep down through those roots towards the earth's core. And imagine once again grounded earthed energy as these roots wrap round the core of the earth. Breathing in this wonderful positive energy. Allow it to fill and move through every part of your body, down your arms, down your legs. I'd like you to imagine that seed that you planted at the start of the practice, that word or that affirmation, imagining it now deep in the earth soil, back down into the core of the earth. And imagine now that seed of positivity connecting with those around the earth that need your positivity today. So imagining that everyone is connected in the same way that you are now. And I'd like you to send that loving energy to anyone you feel that might need it today. As far and as wide as you wish, imagine this abundance of loving energy being shared throughout the whole world. There's no limit. And just imagine that energy coming back to you through that root of your own as a message of gratitude, of love from the center of the earth and from a higher guidance, a higher force, sending gratitude to you now for that intention that you've made. And knowing that you've made a positive change to the world today. ready, just wriggling your fingers and your toes. And whenever you're ready, placing right hand on your belly and left hand on your heart. As we did at the start of the practice, just noticing the breath, the movement within the body. And when you're ready, again, wriggling fingers and toes, taking your arms overhead now as we lengthen and stretch the whole body, rotating wrists and ankles once again. Lengthen and stretch. And as you breathe out now, bending the knees, feet down towards the ground. You might want to place the palms beside you. You might want to lift those hips all the way up as far as is comfortable into a bit of a bridge. And then lower down vertebra by vertebra. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Just holding it there for a few moments now. And taking a gentle rock from side to side. Doing whatever you need to now as a final stretch. You might want to circle the knees. You might want to make butterfly shape with the knees, so moving in opposite directions. Do whatever feels good. You might just want to hold it still. Wonderful, guys. Taking the weight of the body now over to one side. Resting here for a few moments in a fetal position. Turning the palms down now as you slowly come up to a comfortable seated posture with the eyes closed. Breathing there, centering the breath once more. Acknowledging how the body is feeling now with a gentle awareness, no judgment or expectation. And when you're ready, we'll bring the palms of the hands to the heart space. We'll make the chant of Om just once to end the practice. When you're ready, nice deep breath in. Wonderful, guys. Rubbing the palms together, making them nice and warm. Placing them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just allow the hands to melt from the eyes, melt down the face like warm candle wax. Opening your eyes in your own time. Bringing the hands to the head for the right thoughts. To the mouth for the right words. And to your hearts for the right intentions. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining me today.